Good afternoon, Matthew Kershaw.
Hello, konnichiwa.
We are here to drop into Grim Fandango, the Remastered edition, which has just released on Sony platforms and on the PC.
I was about to ask, I remember, was it in E3 they were talking about it coming out on the PS4?
Yes, yeah. It was, I believe the story was that, I think Tim Schafer of Double Fine, obviously he worked on the original Grim Fandango, he was like in talks with Disney to try to, or they wanted to do something with it, and at the same time Sony were already in talks, and then they got like really, I don't know, they got really uptight about it, because they thought that Sony was trying to poach the IP from them, but it all came together in the end, and now we have Grim Fandango again.
Great.
It's, you had a distinct lack of enthusiasm for this game coming out of E3.
Because I don't care about this game, this was not my childhood and it doesn't look good. I mean,
Well,
I'm open to seeing this, and if it looks good then I'll be willing to change my mind, but all I can think of is this has got skeletons in it, so it looks kind of cool.
It's, the skeletons have style. I've listened to some of Tim Schafer talk about it. I think it was, I don't want to get it wrong, but there was a very specific, like not Mexican influence, but like there's an art style from somewhere around there. And we'll see a bit of it when we get out of this office, but it's pretty hilarious, and I think that's why it works still.
Their faces remind me of Lego.
Yeah. Well, it's the art style, I think it works well because, it's not super high res, they haven't really done a lot to it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I think still think it looks quite quirky. So this, the Grim Reaper is Manny Calavera. He's the main character, I guess. He's the world's really weird, we're in the land of the dead, so obviously it's where humans die, they go here, and you're trying to, selling them on travel packages to get to, I can't remember exactly where, I presume the other side of the land of the dead, so, people who've done a lot of good deeds, they can, take the Excelsior Line train, take a cruise across, whatever, but then, normal humans have to walk through, the lands of the petrified forest and shit. It's super weird.
Right.
It's cool.
Tell Don not to worry. I'm not going anywhere. Especially not with clients like
yeah, so I don't know, Manny's kinda like
oh god, look at those legs. Oh. Okay. I was really confused at his legs there, and I didn't realize they were stilts.
Yeah.
I need better clients. I need a real saint. I need a lead on a rich, dead saint.
So you see this pipe there, did you notice how it popped in?
Yeah.
It was very much the original sort of animation, I guess.
Looks like
There's a lot of weird bits like that, because they haven't remade the thing, they've just sort of I think up-res the models and stuff.
Yeah.
Improve the lighting. Most of it looks pretty good, and then you get really weird old moments.
Special work order.
To all agents from Office Manager Don Copel.
All right, you boneheads, thank your lucky stars and get to your friggin' cars. We have a mass poisoning on our hands. Too many dead to assign specific cases, so all clients are first come, first serve. So let's see some hustle out there.
Yeah, Don is a bit of an asshole.
He sounds
couldn't tell by that.
Sounds like he's got that New York accent.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
the old files,
he gets
the old
his
clients,
pretty early on.
Spoilers. What if I was going to go out and buy a PS4 just for this game now? You've ruined it.
I don't think anybody who hasn't played this is going to buy this game.
I never played adventure games when I was younger. It's this is the genre that I never touched.
Yeah, I played this with my granddad actually because I was really young at the time. So I can remember certain scenes really vividly.
Yeah.
Early on I can remember it, but then there's other there's other entire puzzles I just can't recall any of. So it's a bit weird.
I hear people talking about this, and I think, is it Leisure Suit Larry is the other point and click one?
Yeah, that wasn't Tim Schafer though. Leisure Suit Larry was the really weird, sexy one.
Yeah.
Where, Larry's trying to, hook up with strippers and stuff.
Yeah.
To me, adventure games are always,
I'm not your secretary. I don't take
it was kind of like Sierra did all the hard ones, like King's Quest and stuff.
Yeah.
And you had LucasArts, which is Grim Fandango and stuff, and they made the ones that were, I don't know, fun to play. They didn't punish you necessarily.
Manny, what are you talking about? I was
Like, I don't think you can lose at this game. You just have to keep trying things till you progress.
Yeah.
Come on, I know you work for another man.
But it's interesting because like they haven't obviously none of the gameplay's
I
changed.
know you take memos
But,
for Hurley sometimes.
I think it holds up pretty well because it's like either dialogue choices or you're just clicking on things to solve puzzles. You know, like picking things up.
Yeah.
But some of the puzzles are just so obscure. Like I don't really want to spoil them, but some of them are pretty intuitive. But others, like, you just have to either think exactly like they do or
Okay, you show
just
those bricks a
you know, slap on things till they work.
Yeah, that's what I think of adventure when I think of adventure games. You just click everything that you can. Eventually, something will happen.
So
That
about
animation.
me, perhaps my favorite character of this game. It's weird.
There's nobody here.
Yes, we've got what Manny's trying to get to this mass poisonings, because like that's how he makes money. I guess is like he has to sell clients on the best possible package.
Yeah.
Like they're all competing in the office. It's basically him and this guy called Domino Hurley, who boxes and stuff.
And the company won't tell a salesman how
pretty
it
weird.
works. Gotta keep us down somehow.
What's with
So
the
this
weird
game's split up.
like Aztec-y barriers at the side?
Yeah, that's what I mean by the art style being like Central American, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. There's a lot of that.
Here's what I need.
Like you'll see it when we get to the top of this building. There's like just weird Aztec obelisks and stuff. It's really pretty neat because they do. There's times when they're in like a fantasy setting, and other times when they're in like, you know, like a casino or something. But it all has that same kind of Aztec look.
Oh, sorry, sir.
What?
I didn't expect sales
is-
agents usually don't come over to this part of the garage.
That looks like a
great.
Pokemon on crack.
I'm Calavera.
Yeah, imagine this in low res. Blows your mind.
Oh, I don't know. It looks pretty low res right now.
Hey, I got a message for a Mr. Calavera. Your driver said that Mr. Hurley said that he could have the rest of
Look
the
at the
day
ears.
off.
Domino sent my driver home.
Yeah, wasn't that nice?
Look at the
So
eyes.
this is a.
The cold, dead
Hey,
eyes.
you a driver?
Me? Ha,
And those
They do some
arms.
pretty
Look at the
creative
I
arms.
don't ride them.
Yeah.
Just wrench them.
Looks like a wrestling character model.
Glottis. Glottis. Is that a German name?
Oh no, my roots lie not in any earthly nation's soil. I am an elemental spirit summoned up from the land of the dead itself and given one purpose, one skill, one desire. To drive!
See why I love him?
Or to change oil and
Oh
adjust
god, I hate him already.
if no driving jobs
I
are
thought
open.
you might. It's fucking
Looks
hilarious.
Like I need a new driver.
Oh,
Look at the
Yeah, obviously
animations.
I,
They're just like
Yeah,
so
in
glitchy.
1998.
agree with that.
This game came out.
Oh, that's your fact of the
You
day. This
do.
game came out in 1998.
You want to be my replacement driver?
Me? Oh no. Sorry, can't. Rules.
Come on, Glottis. I need you to be my driver.
No, I can't.
Yeah, Gladys is pretty cool.
I'm too big.
He has some crippling addictions he gets into later,
You're not
and
too
he's of
big.
course a demon.
The cars are just too small.
Yeah, those dang compact cars. Hey, that gives me an idea. I could
Look at those
alter
eyes.
your car just a bit.
Oh,
with
Jesus.
Just a quick torch job to let out the seams, you know?
That's a thinking face.
But I'm not allowed to modify the cars without a work order from upstairs. I could lose
So like,
my
you know,
job.
this
A work order, huh?
Yeah.
This is one of the puzzles I actually remembered vaguely how to do.
Without one of these signed by the
So it's pretty
boss
straightforward for me.
himself.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's my
I gotta go get
line.
this work order
Getting
signed,
people to
but-
sign. Back in a snap.
Yeah, too small. I'm not too big. Everything around here is just too small.
Look at that 12 frames a second animation of the door closing.
It's pretty good.
See, I like that they kept that in. They didn't just redo it because I think that would have looked weirder.
Yeah.
Because presumably, if you're playing this game, you already know what it is, and you played it back in the day.
Tell me, how much did you spend on this?
It's £10.99. It's really, I think it's like $15, but yeah, $10.99 on Steam. Which I thought it was going to be like 25 to 40 or something. But yeah, it's pretty well priced.
Oh God, Viva Pinata!
Yeah.
Viva Pinata. Dun, 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 dun. More skeletons.
Well,
Is that a clown
most people-
skeleton?
They're either skeletons or demons.
Looks like some
Yeah.
sort of crafty mime.
He's a crafty mime.
Hey, what's going down, clown? Hey, back
Well, he
off,
just talks,
Sue.
so he's not a man.
Practicing what?
Ring in your neck. What does it look like?
He's kind of a dick.
Twist me up one of them, huh, fella?
Yeah. Twist this, all right?
He actually comes in
Bet you can't
integral
do
to
it
solving
bad.
some of the
Shows
puzzles.
what you know, buddy.
in
Really?
this part
I
of
can
the
do anything.
story, yeah.
I can do birds, amphibians, famous poets. Go ahead. Name one.
Robert Frost.
Trying to stump me, eh?
I don't know if there's some reference there with Robert Frost.
Ta-da!
Doesn't look like Robert Frost.
Nope. Not even slightly.
Why? You just absorbed it into your chest.
Yeah,
Now you're
this
pulling
is
out
the
a gun?
inventory system is that you keep everything in your jacket.
Keep it next to where my heart used
That's
to
a
be.
gun.
It's some sort of special work order. I've got to get this work order signed. This doesn't look anything like Robert Frost.
Yeah, this game certainly the aesthetic is really unique, which I think is a lot of why it works still.
Yeah.
Because if they were trying to be like photorealistic or something, it just would look like shit.
Hello?
And I think the voice acting's still really good.
Not picking that up.
Weird, certainly, but you know,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. Like this rope of ties. There's no exposition about why it's there,
but
but
it's really just a bunch of cheap
like
ties.
you just
tied
have to
together.
use it. Like, you know.
It's a great idea. I mean, you're a skeleton, so it's not like you're gonna die if you fall down.
No, I don't even. You can. People don't. Skeletons don't die; they become sprouted. Like they're shot with guns and like flowers sprout out of them. Again, I don't know what the reference is, but
That's
weird.
Kind of weird.
So this is Don Capal's office.
It looks like Don's rigged his computer to automatically answer his intercom.
He's the guy we needed to sign the work order.
It's a great looking computer.
I'll just change his auto response.
Looks like something out of Fallout with somehow higher resolution.
Yeah.
This place is a mess. This place is a mess.
This place is a
I
mess.
would love to search Don's office right now, but I'm late for the poisoning. More junk I don't have time to look through. No
It's
time
weird
to
though, because at the same
ransack.
time, like,
Everybody's at
I
the
was not
poisoning
really
but me.
prepared for having to hunt around the screen for all the options.
Yeah.
Like, you know, in like every modern game, you would like hold down the space key and you would highlight all the interactable objects. But I was really not prepared for having to.
Oh.
And so, this is the
If I go out that way,
I just saved the game there.
everyone will know I
There's
was
no
snooping
autosave.
around in here.
but it's like the save game is right next to the load game of the new game. So if you accidentally go and hit
I'll
new
come
game
back
instead
to
of
the
save,
poisoning
like I
and
did,
search the whole
there's no
room.
yes/no option. It just immediately rolls
Just
into the
thinking about Don's file
into the
system
game
gives
opening
me a
again.
cold
You lose
Wow.
your save. Oh, I've already done that once. I was quite upset.
I remember you telling me. It's pretty good.
It looks like Don's.
I've only had one issue with the game, which was when like an animation sort of like froze midway through it. So the game audio was still playing, but I couldn't get out to the menus or anything.
Yeah.
But I'd saved right before then, so
Just sign it yourself,
it wasn't
will
too
ya?
bad.
I'm busy.
So there's the answer there for this puzzle.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't see it because there's no clear indication that you have to go down on that menu.
No, there's like no hand holding beyond. Like sometimes they're really obvious about it. Like there's one where you sort of see a man drop his cigarettes on the floor, and a key falls out of them, and he picks it up. But it's like they hold the camera on the key for several seconds, so you clearly know you need to get that key from the cigarette packet.
Yeah.
And then other times when like you will need to like, I don't know, let's say metaphorically move a lot of pigeons off the roof. And to do that, they don't really tell you how.
Yeah.
It's like no guidance whatsoever. But I've had to look up a couple of things. I'm about halfway through the game now.
See, that just sounds like infuriating to me. It's like I don't.
Yeah, sometimes it is.
Like in modern games, like you said, they handhold and tell you exactly what to do. But you know, if a game doesn't do that, and it's like, oh, you've got to go do this. I'm not going to tell you how or where to go. Then it can get annoying, but I kind of like that.
Yeah. Well, it's like that's the problem with adventure games, isn't it? Because that's the entire game. So if you can't solve that puzzle, you can go nowhere.
Yeah.
But that's why, like, that's what made Sierra games so hard, was because their adventure games were like, you would do something and then it would kill you for it, or like completely prevent you from doing something. Whereas like Lucas games traditionally just didn't. They would just let you, have as many attempts as you wanted at something.
Yeah. So can you, like, fail puzzles then?
No, not in this game. Not that I can remember anyway, and I certainly haven't found any yet. But
now you're dressed up to death again.
yeah, we've got to go to this mass murdering, haven't we, and find some new clients. See, I guess we can't drive. You need demons to drive the cars.
Right.
Hence we needed Galactus to modify the cars so we could get in.
Right.
Adventure game logic.
What?
Those ears go. Look at them go.
What's the noise he's making?
Making brum noises.
I could have walked faster than this. Híjole, I'm gonna miss the
Híjole.
poisoning.
I have no idea what that means.
After playing this game, are you gonna, like, get into Spanish stuff now?
No, I think I'll stick with French. This is really weird. I completely forgot this part of the game. Like that's Domino Hurley, your rival.
Domino.
I was not prepared for this stage of the game at all. Again, I fucking no idea. I completely wrapped this from my mind.
Only by the
Creepy.
wrapper of mortality, a soul here lies, struggling to be free.
I thought they were all poisoned. Why is some still alive?
The poisoned one is the guy in the weird wrap there. But I think that's where we'll end it.
Oh, cliffhanger.
So that's, Grim Fandango. Have I sold you on the game yet?
No, every time you said Fandango, I just kept thinking of the wrestler.
Of course, naturally. Well, adios.
Auf Wiedersehen.